Hi everybody, I'm Claudette Robinson, First Lady of Motown, and today you're going to be cooking with Claudette, and I'm going to show you one of my very favorite family recipes, cooking gumbo. I'm originally from New Orleans, Louisiana, and you know we have lots of seafood there. Can you join me? Here we go. We have the 15U shrimp. We have the crab legs, and I already chopped them. These are oysters that I use. These are lobster tails. A lot of people don't use lobster tails, but we do. And these are scallops. Mussels. I use the chicken legs, and what I do is I make my roux, which the roux is gumbo filet, onion and garlic, and oil. Then I use some seasoning. I might use accent, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and I cook it for about 20 minutes, and then start my pot to boiling, and with the pot boiling, I begin to add all my ingredients. And for me, I cook it for about 2 hours. We have our olive oil, we have our sea salt, we have our black pepper, we have our chicken broth, we have our gumbo filet that is really necessary in your gumbo. And today I'm gonna add some tomato paste. Usually I put in tomato sauce, but just only a small amount. This is my rice cooker for when we finish, and we'll put our gumbo over rice. And those are the measuring cups. And my pot is behind you as we will be putting our seafood in the pot with all the ingredients. First, I start to fry the chicken wings in the skillet. And I'm putting in about 3 cups. Okay, next comes my onion. I can actually use it all. I'm going to put in my garlic. So here we go. It's my onion and garlic. We'll just let that saute a little bit. I use just a teeny bit more of oil than I normally do, but it's okay. We're going to let that settle for just a little bit as it cooks down before I put the chicken in. I'm now putting the gumbo filet in the skillet as I begin to fry the chicken wings. In our pot here, we have the chicken broth and some water boiling to get ready for the rest of the ingredients of all the seafood, along with the chicken and what we're preparing for our roux. And the reason that my roux is dark is because my main ingredient for this is the gumbo filet. I don't use flour, which I know a lot of people do, and it's just as good either way, but this is my formula. First, I start to fry the chicken wings in the skillet. And as it is cooking, I'm going to turn the eye down just a little bit so it doesn't cook too fast. Actually, this time I'm making my recipe a little smaller than I normally do because I'm making it for a smaller group. I normally cook for about 40 people. So today we're not going to do that. We're going to make it more family size, medium-sized family, okay? I'm going to let this cook for about 20 minutes, and then it will go into my boiling pot here, and I'll start adding the other ingredients. This is the crab. I'm putting it in first because it takes the longest time to cook. I'm putting them in with the tongs so that it won't splash on you in case you put it in too fast. Oh, I think it's gonna be really good, guys. It's smelling wonderful. I am going to slowly pour this in without it splashing. Next, I'm putting in the lobster tails. And today I'm using about 4 or 5, and normally I use about 10. The next thing I'm going to put in this pot is the scallops. The next we have our mussels. I usually put mussels and clams, but today the market was out of the clams. Next, I include some oysters, and now I'm about to add them to the pot. I'm now putting in tomato paste. The reason it's tomato paste this time is that I didn't have tomato sauce. So I just added a little water to it, and it will cook within itself, and that's it for now. We're waiting for the chicken to finish cooking with the roux, and we're on our way. The last seafood item that I am adding is a shrimp. The reason I add the shrimp last is it takes the least amount of time to cook. And I'm going to let that cook for a while. And my very last thing that I'm going to add to this gumbo is the chicken, along with all the ingredients. And it's my roux, which is very different from most people's, but I think if you cook it this way, you're gonna love it. You're gonna say, shoot, I'm gonna have that all the time. Okay, I'll turn it this way. How's that? I'm going to prepare some rice. I prefer the rice cooker rather than doing it in the pot, because for me, I like the way that the rice cooker fluffs up the rice a lot better than I can do when I'm doing it by myself on the stove in a pot. And so I'm going to do 4 cups of water and 2 cups of rice. This is 4 cups of water. I already pre-measured. And this is 2 cups of rice. And that's it. I'll be pushing the button, and in about 20 minutes, this rice will be ready. As the gumbo is cooking, I am adding a little bit more of gumbo filet, and also I will be adding a little bit of salt, maybe a little bit of black pepper and or red pepper, and so you get a true seasoning. I like to really taste mine as it's cooking, and then I know exactly the measurements that I need to make it great, not just good. Almost there, a little bit more. Well, hey guys, you know the rice is finished cooking, but we're waiting on the gumbo to get ready. It takes a good 2-3 hours for all the flavors to filter into each other, and so that we have this delicious taste that we really want to have and share with all of you. I love gumbo. It is one of my family's favorite. I actually got the recipe from my mom and my grandmother, who loved to cook. I am not the traditional cooker that cooks all the time, but I do love good food. My mom and family are from Louisiana. We're from New Orleans, Baton Rouge, Monroe, and several other places in Louisiana. And every time that I get a good taste of gumbo, it reminds me of my family, who unfortunately are no longer with us. But boy, it gives me such fond memories of a wonderful grandmother and a mom that was absolutely amazing. And I hope that when you try this recipe, you will find that same kind of sentiment and happiness that I receive when I do it. I love the gumbo, I love my family, and they all seem to enjoy it so much. Again, I hope that you will too. I'm about to get up and go and check on my gumbo. I'm about to get my taste, my very first taste of my gumbo. Here I go, getting ready to put it in. Ooh. See, there we are for now. Getting ready to just get a taste. Okay, I'll let you know how it tastes. Well, I'm tasting my gumbo, and it is the best ever. Tastes just like my mom's and my grandmother's recipe. I think they'd be very proud of me that I learned, and I would like for you to make it, try it. Let me know how you really like it. Leave me a comment. If there's something else that you want me to make, just let me know. Maybe I can do it. Love you guys. God bless you. Stay safe. Bye for now.